Now we're going to focus on lead generation. It doesn't matter how great the product is if we don't get a chance to share it with the customer. Here, we'll review how we can effectively inspire others to hear what we have to offer. A door presentation is a lot like a movie trailer. So think for a moment. When you see a trailer, what elements make you want to go see that movie? Well, first off, it's got to be an exciting and intriguing story, something that grabs our attention. At the same time, and maybe most importantly, it can't give too much away. You want to leave your audience wanting more. When we're at the door, we just want to sell the appointment, not the whole system. Also, high-quality movies are visually impressive and have a high production value. We also want to be visually impressive in the way that we dress, the way that we stand, and the materials that we use, such as our iCanvas app on the iPad. Another thing that draws us to the movies is good acting. We must realize that we are indeed actors out there, so we need to use our body language and tonality effectively. Also, if you think about it, the best actors are genuine and natural in their performance, and that's exactly how we should be at the door. Remember, it's not just a pitch, it's a conversation. Keeping that in mind, what do you think is the most important part of your presentation? It's your greeting. You've got to have a strong, positive start, or else the rest of the pitch doesn't matter. Set the tone, put the customer at ease, and realize that you have the power to brighten somebody's day. Even if somebody answers the door in a bad mood, your smile and positivity can lift their spirits. Now, let's review the official ASD door presentation. Afternoon, sir. How are you? Excellent, excellent. I'm Rob with ASD. We're helping people solve the power problem here in California. Are you aware of the current power crisis? Basically, we're consuming more power than we're producing. So we have to ship power in from other states, which is expensive and causes our rates to go up each year. I'm sure you've noticed that, right? Well, the utilities have installed new smart meters on our homes, which allow you to produce your own power on site through solar panels, which of course causes your rates to go way down. But what we've noticed is that not everybody likes the idea of renting solar panels. Why rent when you could own, right? Our program is a lot different because it allows you to own your panels without upfront costs. Rather, you just take what you're currently spending on power and redirect your money into ownership of the system. And whatever's left over is money in your pocket. So my job today is simply to qualify people in the area. We've set appointments with the Joneses and the Rodriguez family across the street. Most of your neighbors do have high enough electric bills. How high is your bill per month? Okay, well, it sounds like you may qualify for our program. Next, we'll need to take a look at your roof. I'll have our engineering team do a satellite analysis of your home. They'll look at the roof size, angles, and exposure to the sun, and if everything looks good, then I'll have a licensed consultant come by and share the information with you. And all we need is your name. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Okay, we have a consultant available tomorrow at 3 p.m. We can do the following day at 6 p.m. What works best for you and all homeowners? Okay, great. Now, how do you pay your bill? Online, or do you get a hard copy in the mail? Okay, so let's go ahead and grab your kilowatt usage history so that we have accurate information for our engineers. And this will also save you time at the appointment. Also, at the appointment, please have one hard copy of your most recent bill. Make sure all homeowners will be present and list out any questions you may have. The last thing we want to do is waste your time. So if you can have those few things in order, it'll really help the process go much faster. Here's my info and our website. There will also be a link in the email that we send, along with all the accolades we've won, such as Inc. Magazine's 17th fastest growing privately held company in the U.S., and A+ rating on the BBB. All right, if you have any questions, give me a call. Otherwise, I will see you and Jane on Monday at 6 o'clock. Remember, when you're reciting your door presentation, you are on stage. Bring your energy and personality to the door, and make sure you're present and focused on the customer. Also, make sure you stick to the script. No doubt the customer will be asking questions, and you want it to be a conversation, but you always want to make sure that you're getting back on track to setting the appointment. Finally, you must understand why you're saying each line. Let's review the different sections of the script. As we discussed earlier, the intro is essential. You want to establish a positive, confident tone. Next, we want to grab people's attention by sharing the power problem in California and how this is affecting their pocketbook. People respond much more to a need than a want. Then, we segue into the solution, which of course is solar. We quickly distinguish ASD from many of the other rental options that are out there, because in general, people are not interested in those programs. We build the value of our program and show them the WIFM, or what's in it for me, which is a lower bill, ownership of the system, and of course, savings. After we've piqued their interest, we do what is known as a takeaway, by stating that we need to see if they're eligible for these benefits or not. We reference other people in the neighborhood because this establishes third-party credibility. It's one thing if you say how great our program is, but it's even more effective if their friends and neighbors believe in it. We do another takeaway when we get to the roof analysis. Here, we truly do need to see if their roof checks out, if it's got enough space, the right angles, etc. Also, what we're doing is building value for the customer by preparing a lot of pre-engineering work and useful information for them at no cost. Remember, you're selling the appointment, not the system. Also, notice how we're not asking if they want to have an appointment, but rather we are assuming the sale by telling them that we'll have a consultant come back and share the information with them. Make sure that you ask their name before you start booking a time. This adds a nice personal touch before we continue with business. When scheduling, you don't want to ask an open-ended question like, "When's good for you?" There will never be a good time. Make it easy for them by offering 2 specific time slots within 24 to 48 hours. If anything is booked farther out than that, the likelihood of that appointment completing goes down dramatically. Also, make sure you lead with the phrase all homeowners, as we are required to meet with all parties on title to the home. Input any pertinent notes, as this information is invaluable to the consultant. As we move into the wrap-up, things should become more conversational. Here you are also ensuring that this is going to be a quality appointment by securing the 12-2-1, meaning 12 months of kilowatt-hour usage, 2 or all homeowners, and 1 hard copy of the electric bill. In fact, we gather the kilowatt-hour usage right now by assumptively asking the customer to log into their account or giving the utility a call. Let the customer know that this will benefit them by speeding up the process and giving them more accurate information. You are also demanding respect for your own time by making sure that they have all homeowners present and a recent copy of their electric bill. Finally, guide them to our website and mention some of our accolades, as this builds more third-party credibility. When firming up the appointment time, ask them what time you are meeting so that they actively make a mental note of it. Throughout booking the appointment, you should be building rapport. Use the H-Fords as a good jumping-off point, those being home, family, occupation, recreation, dogs, cats, pets, and sports. Whatever it is, make sure that it's natural and genuine. Getting to know people is one of the most enjoyable parts of this job. It takes guts to go out there and generate interest, and your success depends entirely on your attitude. Remember, you're not just a salesperson, you're an educator. You're helping people save money, you're cleaning up the planet, and you're earning a great living doing it. Imagine you have a bag with $50,000 in it, which is how much many people save with our program. You're simply knocking doors to see who you can give it to. Now, it's time to practice your pitch on your own. Go through it at least 10 times. When you meet with your office leaders, they will expect you to have the basics down. Your leaders will work with you to make little improvements, but do yourself a favor and prepare yourself for success.